Tell me.
Good
Are you?
frigin' evening, my friends. We have finally gotten together in this late hour of our Sunday on June 6th. It is later than usual for us, but it doesn't matter. We always love being together, am I right?
I'm contractually obligated to be here.
I'm here because I don't want to be fined as well.
I had a
Yeah,
cancel my
Oh yes,
flight.
tell them how we ruined your night. I'm just kidding.
I
That's
had to
great. You had
cancel
enough
my
time.
flight to go to Miami to see this Logan Paul fight. All
That was
because
tonight?
I had to do
We-
this
we-
podcast.
Oh God.
that sounds like
I have
we're
to.
doing you a favor.
Logan Paul fought
Yeah.
tonight.
I don't know. I had $20,000 put down. You know, something light.
Why didn't you
I
put
just
in
want to make a
Bitcoin?
couple
Word.
bucks.
Last
Or
light.
thank you for letting me borrow your Lambo the other week, Josh. I really
No.
appreciate it.
No problem, my
Good
guy.
dude.
Word, bro. The charity event for all those kids was amazing. Donated
I
so
had a
much money.
blast.
Love the kids. Love the kids.
Oh, you know, I feel like, first of all, we're already off topic. Second of all, I don't think I would ever upload anything to YouTube and saying I love the kids ever.
I
It's
have
just
to
a slippery
supporting.
slope, Josh.
I love
It's just
my
supporting
own
the
a
kids.
slip-
Okay.
It's a
You
slippery
gotta
slope.
support the kids.
No.
You know, I want them to go to school and do shit.
Okay, say that. No, don't say I love the kids.
Well, welcome back to Blank Gaming Podcasting, my friends. Anyway, we did get a little bit off topic, but today what we'll be discussing, whether we took last week off, right? Unfortunately, doesn't matter. The reason I'm only
Yeah, like
saying
2
anything,
weeks.
2 weeks, maybe. I don't know.
No,
All
that
I
was
know
one
is
week.
that,
I was just wondering.
Rel, you're going on vacation next week, am I right?
Yeah, so I'll be back. So I'm going on vacation. I would like to do.
Wait,
well,
where
I
you
know
going
it's
again?
Josh's birthday weekend.
Oh, speaking of that, I got.
So I don't think we're gonna have a podcast next weekend anyway, even if I get back in time.
Word.
But I'm going to San Diego. I have some.
Yay.
I got some moves to make. Some executives. Trying to really branch out Blank Gaming.
Ooh, yo, if you did that behind the scenes, I'd probably just bow down to you.
Speaking of which, I actually was doing some background research. I didn't tell you guys when I was busy yesterday. It might be a little corny, but I was going to get us generic, just kind of Blank Gaming merch. If it's just on a sweater, maybe a t-shirt, bandana, something where we just we look like like we all want to be here.
I do like
I
that.
like it. A uniform helps unite the slaves.
What? Say slaves. Of all things, slaves is the first
That
thing that came to your
did
head.
catch me off
Uh,
guard too. You got the wage slaves.
Oh, righty
Oh,
They would
yeah,
have
then,
to be making a wage if they call that.
bro. That'd be so
Well,
lit though. Wait, what if
Yeah,
have one of
it would've been
everything, or
fire.
like we choose what we want? Bandana, shirt.
you could choose what you want. Because I feel like we're not gonna go crazy unless you want us to chat.
I want a
but-
Letterman jacket.
But I figured we can start off with maybe like some t-shirts. I'll probably get I was gonna like a visor. I wanted it to look cool, so I was gonna try to put our logo on it, and then I was gonna give us all just a t-shirt, and it would probably have our name on it.
I like it.
So like for me,
Kinda
it would
like a
probably say
Jersey
like
feeling.
CEO. For like Jacob, it would probably say janitor.
Wow, really?
Face of the
I am
company.
picking up a
Mine
lot
would
of
say
shit though.
face of
So
the
what
company.
can I say?
Behind think of yourself as Ati, inside joke.
I get that.
But but yeah, no.
I
So
get
next
that
week we won't
reference.
be here. we won't be here next week, unfortunately. But like you said, we're trying to we got Jacob just finished up some new content, so we're starting to move on with the content. I've actually been a little bit more.
Baby.
I've been a little bit more diligent with recording some stuff. I know they're gonna have some good Fortnite content. It might be last season. Don't judge us.
New season
But-
starts Tuesday. Video will be out a little late, but it is
So-
what it is.
the content's being created, so we're trying to. We gotta outdo the other guy from Blank Gaming. He's a single He's a single guy. He has
discovered
like
him.
80 videos. We gotta get him to want to beat us. So that starts with making more content.
We gotta want it more. We want this name more than him.
we do. But if you're still unclear, because we're a little excited. I feel like we haven't seen each other in a while. But this week's topic, well, we're gonna talk about E3, what to expect, hopes, dreams, and fears.
The pinnacle of gaming, or like announcements.
Yeah. But of course, we always have our weekly topics. So, just kind of kicking it off, I think it's ironically funny enough that I was actually very sick this weekend. I'm still a little sick. I know Jay was sick this weekend. So I kind of wanted to talk about how just sickness in the gaming community, or just like in life in general, and how that kind of like affected everyone going forward, and how just being sick is totally different now than it was a year ago.
And sanitation and everything like that too.
Yeah, it's just crazy how it changed. The preconceived notions of being sick completely changed. Even like starting with myself, I just had maybe like, I still think I just have a cold, nothing crazy, just like body aches. But it's as soon as you say you're sick, you're almost legally required to get a COVID test. Yeah, it's like, I'm not feeling well. Well, do you have COVID? I'm like, well, I was like, I don't know, but I don't think I do. I can breathe fine. I don't have any of those other symptoms. I just had a fever. They're like, oh, well, you got to get tested. And I was like, why? I mean, not that I'm like against getting tested, but I'm like, I know it's not COVID. This is not the symptoms. Why? Like I gotta get my like finger shot off, and they'd be like, "Ooh, well, you said your finger hurts. That is a sign of COVID." You'd be like, "No, but like
it's missing.
It's missing.
But
But you should still get tested."
What's terrible is that for a job that like you need to be there to like make money, is that because I had COVID earlier in the year, and when I had to get my tests, literally they sent me home right away to go get the test, and I got it, and they said, all right, we'll see you we'll give you results in about 5 to 7 business days. And it's just like, oh, okay, what if I need to be at work right now making money? I have to wait all this time before knowing I'm sick or not, and then not being sick is like, all right, now I just wasted my time. I could have been back any day.
That's just
the 2 weeks hurts.
how you doing with your sickness, Jay? I heard you were pretty down and out Friday.
Oof. Well, for me, it was mostly from I got the second booster shot for the COVID vaccination.
Let's
and everything.
go.
And I like at first, because I got the first shot and I was like perfectly fine the next day. I was like, all right, my arm just hurts. That's it. Then nothing bad. Then the second booster shot came home, perfectly fine. I woke up the next day, like dying. Like I can't. Like my head is like splitting in two.
Although he had enough
arm.
energy to play video games. I'm just kidding.
That's
the only cure there.
Like, but it's just like it was so bad. It was just like I did not want to move. I literally laid in bed. I called work saying I won't be able to make it. I passed out until like 3 p.m. and then that's when I finally took like the pain medication, like for headaches and everything. I was just like, nah.
Did you get the shot in your left or right arm?
I got it in my right, which sucked even more
because you could have just beat off and be like, now I can go to sleep. But now you got to give yourself a stranger.
It's not what I was thinking, but
it was kind of worse because I was tempted. It's just like after I took the medication, all right, let me go work on the video for the channel. And I was just like, I lift my arm up to my mouth, so I was just like, nope.
Yeah, those first shot pains are crazy. I was
You
like,
got-
this
you got
is
your
nothing to
vaccine?
me. Yeah, I got my first shot 2 weeks ago.
First
And I
shot.
get my second one the day before I head to Philly.
Oh, cool.
why would you do that?
I'm only gonna be down a day.
In the middle, he's gonna be in the middle of having fun of his birthday weekend. Just guys, it's happening.
It's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop.
It's
Keel
my
over.
birthday, so you have to take care of me.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Everyone's it's just
Take a shot.
Maybe that was
Was
the
it-
plan.
We'll get him so drunk he'll think he had a good time. Oh, buddy, you were going crazy.
Here, take this shot of cough medicine. Here.
That's what you got. You got to spike all your drinks with a little bit of Vicks.
You see, I don't know. Jay was down a day. I think I'll be down 20 minutes just because I'm built different.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, genetic
nap.
superiority. Genetic
he's just 1
superior
year.
brother.
He's just 1 year older than me. That's it.
That's all your body needs,
1
Jay.
year stronger.
Here, 1 year, 2 week.
He's been through one more year of diseases than you, Jay.
Exactly.
Show some respect.
Word. Our medicine was not the same.
Before you were born.
Wait, before you were born, we had to scrape together rusty iron just to stab ourselves, just to give us any immunity. That's all we had. I had my dog bite me just so I could get something new.
Something new.
But I just thought even like a funny topic to even talk about is just so even since like quarantine started, COVID happened, we had a pandemic. There's actually like a lot of positive benefits that's happened post like quarantine. And like I just noticed because when I was sick, I was like, it's really funny how even starting off like with being sick, like post quarantine, your job will just let you like there's like, oh, you're sick, well, like enjoy your like week home. Like it's crazy how like a year ago you would almost be called a liar, a terrible worker, you're lazy. But you get sick right now, you say, hey, I need the day, they're like, oh of course. Do you want me to come get you water? Like, it's ridiculous how it completely flipped. But I love it. Like, all you got to do is say like, hey, I'm not. In fact, Thursday when I had 101 fever, I literally told one of my customers, I was like, hey, I'm not coming. I have 101 fever. Reschedule. And they were like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
You stay home, buddy.
Yeah. And I was like, if I would have said that a year ago, I would have been fired.
Are you sure? Like, I'll stay out your way.
I wish that was my job. It said COVID? We don't wear masks around here anyway.
Oh,
Tattletale. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys come in. You come in.
What do you guys think though? Like, what positive aspects do you think that came from quarantine? I had like a couple I was talking to about Brandon, but is there anything that between either being sick or being sick post quarantine, what do you think like some of the positive things that came out?
Well, things are much cleaner now, everywhere.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's so weird how people are like. I used to see people like sneeze on like an elevator button. And now all of a sudden things are being wiped down once an hour as they should have been.
As soon as you someone did that, they'd be like, "Did you just see me do that? I'm so sorry. I'll clean it." Like everyone's gonna be self-conscious nowadays. So good.
You got a mask on.
That's another thing to be self-conscious about. If you think about it,
I think like it's crazy because like I mean Jay wouldn't know because he's younger. But when we were first born, people were just walking around sneezing.
He's a
month
younger.
Like it was no mouth covering.
Remember when they told us to do this?
1 year.
I was there.
1 year.
It was like revolutionary.
But
this year was clean your hands, or last year.
Yeah, between even like your job's more like your job is giving you stuff to be more clean, which like you should have been doing. Like especially I think we all work in fields where we have an extreme amount of customer contact.
Oh, speaking of that, you know what's crazy is what lens crafters or I guess no glasses place never did is like when a customer puts them on, we literally tell them they have to put them. Now, don't put it back up on the rack. We have to go sanitize it before putting it on, like putting it back.
And think like a year ago, if you would have asked, "Are these the clean glasses?"
I'd be like, "What are you serious?"
Cleaning the glasses. But now, like you said, you're legally required to. It's just it's insane. They said between all, like you said, the customer contact, like it's things that should have been like almost seem normal. Like why weren't we doing this? Like even my job, they was like, oh yeah, we have a ton of like hand sanitizer for you guys, so if you guys need it. But like,
where was this before?
And my thing is, we like especially because I work for Comcast, I've been in dirty homes, and so like I've actually had like horror experiences where I've gotten fleas on me from someone, you go to the shop, you have to like stand out in your exhaust because fleas for some reason hate like exhaust from you do that, they give you like a shower, and then they're like, well, you still have a 4 to 6. You're like, yo, what? But now, like, if that were to happen, like, understandably, you can go home for the day. Like, if you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense. Just like, I know, 6 days, sick days shouldn't make sense. Like, we're all human. Everyone gets sick. Like, it should be okay. Even if you feel like you're not going to be okay that day, like, just take the day or whatever it is until you're normal again.
I hope it gets this way for mental health, that like if you're just in a bad place, I hope like we get the same way we are with just being sick right now. I hope we get there with mental health, where if you're not mentally up to it, it's okay to take one day. And once again, it is technically a sick day, but it's insane how he said now it's okay to be sick now, because a year ago, oof.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah, I can say from experience, at least from my end, of like how work was back like a year ago. It was like kind of like from the military mostly. Most from what I could say, it's just like I spent a lot of time with leadership and higher commands. So even my commander will agree with this, is that he always tells me that the higher end of businesses or any kind of corporate is nothing but a numbers game. If it's not reaching numbers, higher up would always try to find some way to mitigate it. So back then they used to push it like Rel said, you still got a 4 to 6. This them trying to fill their numbers up to make sure they're in the green no matter what.
They almost had to be lenient.
Yeah, so it was just like, in a way nowadays, because of like COVID and a lot of other sicknesses and illnesses, they're trying to be more on top of that.
Agreed.
It's funny. A bunch of other, like, so I had another thing that I thought was like a positive for just post quarantine life, especially due to people being sick, is I love this new non-contact delivery for getting your food delivered or just anything. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Just leave it at the door. Yeah, call me when it's there. I'll come out when I usually like, I'm here, but I gotta find pants, so I gotta do all this.
Exactly.
Just like, it's there, and I'll be like, all right, well now I'll just, my dogs don't freak out every time you like bang on the door like a police officer. I was like,
your food's here, and they just run.
Just leave a note on your door, bang very loudly, run away.
I know it doesn't affect us, but even another positive is the whole work from home aspect. Like, I know we don't have that choice, but it seems like people finally realize that, oh, hey, like,
you can do this shit at home.
Yeah, like, and people are more efficient. And the last one I had is especially kind of because we all work in customer driven places. I love this new mentality that's been kind of brought to light, that I don't know, just corporations finally, I don't know if they just had enough, but finally they realized the customer is dumb as bricks. They're not always right. We're not here to peddle to them. We're finally at a point where corporations are kind of like, listen, buddy, what do you want to do? Leave. I can't.
I'm gonna make money with or without it. So
like you're one person, and don't get me wrong, it's not like we're spitting on everyone we come across, but
just the bad people.
Yeah, like those bad people who would get over on the company. We're finally getting to a point where, like, our bosses have our back. We're like, well, sir, put on the mask or don't get internet. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, yo, like it's honestly, before they would literally just argue to the death of them until like you just be like, all right, what do you want? What do you want me to get you to get out of here? But now it's just like, get out or don't get anything.
Yeah.
Or comply or get out, or like just that's it.
And I like that we're finally we're so close to it's comply or get out, and I love it.
And it's not like think about it, even like just going back to the mask example, because that's so relevant right now. It's like people come in, it's like, oh, I'm fully vaccinated. It's like, okay, I understand that, but like it's not my rule. It's literally like I work at LensCrafters, so like it's their rule to, like, you have to wear a mask in their businesses. Like they're private, so they can say whatever the hell they want. And if you wear it, we help you. 5-10 minutes, whatever your question ever it is, you go back outside. I don't care what you do with the mask. You can burn it for all I care.
Like, it's technically also a doctor's office, so
yeah, true.
Yeah, it is. Ooh. But well, moving on to the next topic, it's kind of related. Just talking about like so, especially with we have two people here who are you vaccinated, Brandon?
I got my first shot.
All right, so it's only me, and I go.
Fucking,
I was
I'm
gonna
just
go.
kidding.
I I think I was gonna go this Wednesday, but same thing. I'm not sure because I'm going on vacation and I don't want to feel like poop. So
Probably.
First
yeah,
shot is
probably not
always
right.
No,
weak.
first
It's
shot,
the
yeah, it's
second
just
shot
your
you should be
arm.
worried
No,
about.
the first shot, your arm is gonna be killing you.
I was thinking about just doing it when I come back, but even with like everyone getting the vaccine, it seemed like it's just the common thing to do. Do you think it is selfish to not get the vaccine? And I don't want to make it seem like Blank Gaming is taking a hard stance of we're pro-vaccine. We're just opening up a forum where I had a conversation with someone this weekend, and it just brought. I was like, it's just an interesting viewpoint, and I was like, we could probably use that. Like, where do you think if someone were to not get a vaccine, that's a selfish move?
Not get the vaccine. I think being cautious is okay. Like, of course, it's fresh. This is like fresh out the oven vaccines. But at the same time, trying to use logic, like, oh, they're putting microchips in you. Don't get the vaccine. It just makes you sound stupid.
You saw people putting magnets on themselves.
I saw that too.
Oh, I did not. I did not see
They were
that.
able
What
to
do you
have
mean?
magnets to stick on them.
Hey, apparently there's metal in the vaccine, and they're trying to get you can tell because the magnet will stick to you.
That much metal, huh? That's
I'm
a
about to
lot.
get a magnet right now. I'm about to get a magnet and test that.
And Jacob's just like,
It just
it's real. It's
their
stuck.
only argument,
me-
the only
call
argument
me
to not get it
Magneto.
is like the only argument against it, it just all sounds dumb. Besides the fact that it is like an experimental type shit.
Not
It's just
unexperimental.
the arguments are too dumb to be like, okay, I'm gonna take your side because I don't want metal put in my body, or I don't want to be bioluminescent. According
And
to
I
the
don't even.
internet.
Like, why wouldn't you?
Right?
Just be glowing for a couple weeks.
Yeah, oh God, what a flex! What an
You know what?
absolute
Imagine being in the
flex.
club.
Can you
Turn off the
imagine?
light, baby. I gotta show you something.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Can you imagine going to a club and you're just bioluminescent, just like
You're
You-
the most lit person.
come
in
You
the
were
every
spot.
week, bro.
easily, like you're getting anything you want that night.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dude who's bioluminescent is getting anything he wants that night. Can I get a drink? Of course, buddy. Like I'll buy you a drink. Yo, what are you, glowing dude? What do you want? Like,
Imagine it like she was first. Oh, it's you. All right, what do you want, buddy?
literally gets thrown in line for everything. It's like, oh, I just
Right.
got here. Nah, you
it's a
getting
25-minute
in.
wait, but they'd be like, you show up and be like, God, who is that? Is that
Like
Jesus?
God
Get out of here!
But
Stuff.
to get back to it all, I mean, in a sense, yes, it is selfish because I think we were speaking earlier that like if we get the vaccine and let's say another person doesn't have it, we can still pass it to them and like something could happen, or and they can get sick and they can pass it still, whatever. But I feel like Josh was saying, it's at their own risk because I don't know. In my head, this makes sense that when everyone starts getting the vaccine and enough of people get it, it's almost as if like we'll be okay. I mean, like Darwinism, I guess, it's at that point, and the rest would just fall off if they don't survive the disease, which is terrible. But you had a chance to get the vaccine.
Snapped away.
Dude,
I mean, it's not,
about
it's, not
to
being,
snap.
it's not being forced. It's just
Delete everybody without a
being
vaccine.
highly suggested.
Yes, exactly that too. With
Highly
this, they're not
recommend.
telling you like you can't do anything if you don't get it. It's just if you don't get it, you just gotta wear a mask too.
And yeah, it's
Oh.
why be
Oh.
asshole about
you
it
can't
too.
you can't leave the country without it.
The vaccine at all.
But yeah, no, you cannot fly international.
I know people were fighting against that too. Like, what is it?
No,
Vaccination
people are fighting.
cards,
Or just like even
IDs.
showing their card.
No,
Like,
our
who cares
part-
about
yeah.
that too, bro? You can't even like some schools make you get vaccinated before even going to school.
Yeah, and that was always a normal thing. Oh, you don't have
Yep.
the meningitis vaccine? Okay, enjoy homeschool.
Yeah.
Peasant.
Inside.
But moving on. Random topic of the week, very current. It is Sunday. We talked about
topic. Sorry.
We talked about it earlier, and we were just I just want to know: are you guys consider yourself boxing fans?
Oh gosh.
Man.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes.
obviously, if by now when this podcast airs, it'll be Friday. We'll see who won between Mayweather and Logan Paul. But do you think that boxing, even like Logan Paul, because I'll be right up front, I'm not a fan of his. I don't support his content, and I just think it's a lot. Everything he does seems to be more harmful than what he considers funny. I don't understand. Do you think that like a stunt like this that they're both pulling is harmful to the sport? Because you have someone who has no boxing record, no history, no training, fighting presumably one of the best to ever fight, and it almost promotes this kind of like mentality where I imagine Logan Paul is going to be getting like, imagine you work your entire life trying to train fighting, you're undefeated, and this random YouTuber gets a shot at Mayweather
Instead of you.
and not that
Mayweather had to sign that contract.
yeah, and but I think they're both wrong. But we all know, I think we all know Mayweather's personality. Everything he does is for money, and I'm sure he's gonna get something tremendous for even fighting. I don't see him losing at all. I refuse.
For Logan Paul, Logan Paul Mayweather fight, it's literally 90% goes to Mayweather, 10% goes to him. But regardless, they're still making a large amount of money because you know why? Mayweather. That's literally all you need.
But I don't even think, like, if you're a boxing fan, like, I don't even think you should support it by paying to watch it. Like, I think it almost
This guy's smiling. Did you pay for it?
I didn't buy it. I mean, yes, I did.
Oh God.
Yeah, I didn't steal anything.
Yeah, okay.
We don't steal.
No, he went to his dad's spot. He went to dad's spot.
Oh,
But
Jay.
how do you guys feel about this? Do you think, like,
I watched it too. So,
do you guys think these stunts are like harmful for the sport of the culture, or even just content in general, where you have people who essentially didn't earn their spot? Just like I think, and this happens a lot with the Paul brothers. They're just kind of doing these things where because they create so much of even a sense of infamy that people are almost paying to you, because you almost want to watch them lose, but they're winning regardless. I think we shouldn't even support it, but like we shouldn't even pay for it. I think we almost need to, if you're a fan of the sport, especially if we're keeping it in the context of boxing, do you think this is like this stunt is harmful to boxing?
I'm gonna start off with this. It's just like, from what you said, their infamy. That's the reason people will watch for it, because people want to see them getting their asses beat. And there's gonna be a lot of Logan Paul supporters that'd be like, "Oh, let's watch the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. Logan Paul's gonna beat Mayweather's old ass and everything." It's just like, if you're a real boxing fan and you already seen a lot of Mayweather's fights, you already know what's gonna be the end result. But it's just like, and plus, if you've been keeping up with the news, you like there was a video of Logan Paul stealing Mayweather's hat, and he got decked in the face by Mayweather.
I thought that was Jake Paul.
Eye.
Allegedly.
Jake Paul?
It was Jake Paul, yeah.
It was Jake Paul. Did it.
Oh, okay. But still, it's just like
Allegedly got hit by Mayweather.
Allegedly.
Whatever.
But,
got his ass beat.
Yeah, regardless, he got his ass beat. But in my opinion, it's just like, do you really want to see? Basically, it's just like the infamy with the villain, and you got the hero being Mayweather. Hero. Would you want to see the hero win?
I don't, and so in this specific sense, I don't care about either. I don't need to line Mayweather's pockets anymore, because and he even said it in like the fight announcements. This fight is meaningless. Even if for some reason Logan Paul wins, it doesn't affect Mayweather's record. It's an exhibition fight.
Yeah.
So why are we paying top dollar for an exhibition fight? And it even goes back to like there's a lot of, it seems like this is a trend, because even like Ocho Cinco, would you pay? Like, I don't think anyone should pay to watch. Like, he's not a fighter. Like, you have to train. I think it diminishes the hard work that a lot of these fighters and a lot of younger fighters. It's very disheartening to see something like this, or even like didn't Jake Paul knock out what's his name, that basketball player?
Oh, I
Nate-
forgot. I
Nate
forgot his
Nate
name.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous
Yeah,
that.
the
And
memes.
at least with Nate Robinson and Ocho Cinco, they are athletes. It kind of makes sense for them to transition into another role. But once again, I think it's harmful to the sport because it's very disheartening for a young and upcoming fighter to you almost would get in a better spot if you were more YouTube famous than an actual good fighter.
And now I'm gonna take the opposite side of that and say it's good for it because it makes these other guys, like, they're getting wound up now. They're gonna be like, yo, like, what the fuck? Why am I not getting in on this fight? I'm a better fighter, this and that. Get your clout up. That's it.
How do you do
And
that though?
not only that, I think it's bringing more viewers to the sport because now we got random people that don't even care about boxing just because Jake Paul or Logan Paul are watching. So they're kind of feeding the pockets. They're lining everyone's pockets.
Yeah,
guess-
but you don't think that, like, so if Jake Paul, or like, I guess that's what his fans are, or Logan Paul, or whatever their fans are
Either.
called.
Whatever.
If you've seen them talking on any site, on any kind of forum about boxing, are you like, there's no conversation. They don't know. Like, I understand the influx that it brings, but they're not boxing. It's not like they're gonna be like, oh well, after seeing Mayweather's fight, I think I'm gonna start following Canelo.
Oh yeah, there's not gonna unless like an actual boxer steps up. Like, I'm talking like a relevant boxer that's in the fucking league right now doing it. I don't know. These guys, they're bringing people. I'm happy for that. Now more people are watching. It's entertainment. I give it that much. It might not be
Definitely.
pretty, but it's
It-
definitely entertainment.
And I'm not knocking the entertainment aspect. Like, it is fun to watch. It's a spectacle. But like I said, I'm just seeing how you guys feel about it. Whether you guys think it's a positive, negative.
Well,
I
I'm
hope
not a real boxing
the Paul brothers
fighting
get their
fan at all.
Yo, speaking of the brothers, you saw Jake is fighting Tyron Woodley, and a real ass fighter. So
Wait, the MMA fighter?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
But then, and that's my thing too. Because if you're a real fighter, why would you even fight someone who's not a real fighter?
they got
It doesn't.
money.
It's like, even like I say, like, it's almost meaningless and it's diminished. Besides, like, the money you'll get. But the thing is, like, why are we
Fighters are
paying?
fighting for bread.
But that's the thing. You're not gonna get that much money from fighting Jake Paul. There's no
Nah,
real
you-
money to.
No,
Like,
wait.
You'd be surprised. They're actually
yeah.
big money fights because of
Yeah.
because of all the hype they bring. They sell tickets. That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I agree with that, especially with like whoever that person's friends with, because I think the Paul brothers are, I forgot, but I know their fan base is like huge. No matter what they do, it's huge, it's big. No matter, and then all the social media. So it's just like, no matter how dumb it is, no matter how crazy it is, they're gonna have support somewhere, one way or another.
So as fighting fans, you rather see this than like some Ali type or Tyson type fights?
No.
I don't think I'm ever getting an Ali type Tyson fight out of
It's
any
not
of
like
these.
they got a
Paul
chance
brothers.
either. I'm not
Not
from them. I'm asking
Not
for
from them, but in
athletes to be
general.
like people like Rel's
mean-
talking about, the ones that are training for this.
Well then,
You rather
Nowadays,
see you
yeah.
rather see the celebrities or like the people training for
And
this?
that's
No,
the
no.
thing too, because think you're paying top, or at least even mediocre, more money than you normally would for a fight. Like, you're paying for this fight, or for people who do pay for them.
That's-
But
that's
there's small people, there's small athletes who actually train for this, who would actually put an entertaining fight on that you won't watch, you won't pay for, but you'll pay to watch Logan Paul lose on
That's
inevitable.
the thing. That's the thing. You're paying for names. If it's just a guy who's training, he got his wins. But if his name is not out there, he's not gonna get noticed.
But as a
Yeah,
boxing
they're not
fan,
gonna
I see. So my only counter argument.
I don't think they're actually taking anyone's spot, to be honest, because Mayweather wasn't about to come out of retirement
No, not
to
a.
fight anybody unless it was for the bag.
But I'm more saying the sense that like you'll pay for the, but even if for Jay's point of saying you'll pay for the names, like would you pay to, like, if they wanted to fight, like, I'm trying to think of like just any like if it was Travis Scott versus, would you pay to see that?
Travis Scott versus Badger.
I love Travis. I love Travis Scott. I would pay to watch someone beat his ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I would not pay it because you already know the outcome. Like a trained fighter, not there's two celebrities. Like you said, because I'm sure
Canelo versus
Mayweather.
Travis
I'm
Scott.
sure Mayweather would fight Travis Scott because that the amount of tickets that would sell, it'd be astronomical.
Hey,
But
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, but would you realistically? I wouldn't even watch it.
It's like celebrity
even-
death match.
There's no point. I guess.
Okay, I'm not.
You see,
Oh, the
but at
undercard's
least
gotta be
Celebrity
good.
Deathmatch was two untrained people. That made sense. Like, I'll pay to watch two random celebrities think they can fight. Like Travis Scott versus the Baby would be hilarious. But I just don't. I don't see the point in paying for just the name versus the skill. To me, that's what I think is damaging.
I don't know. All press is good press.
What about you, Brandon? What
Not
do you
good press. All press is press.
No. They talking about it, right? We are talking about
So
it, right?
if you said some racial slur, you're gonna get pressed. That's good press.
What? Yes, because
Okay.
you know what? They're gonna talk
Okay.
about it. That might have been the funniest.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm all
you're
for
a-
the content is content,
Yeah.
but not all
Oh, no,
content's good
Brandon,
content.
Brandon, He
God.
got you. He got you. Oh,
But
Yeah.
oh, that was funny.
Podcasters.
but
Word.
I'm kind of leaning a little more towards Rels. Well, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say damaging because people are buying and watching and paying it for. But personally, me myself, I'd rather see someone who's been training for this and like see them. I don't know, man. I feel like someone who's been training all their life and wanting to box because they love the sport and shit, instead of just someone who's just there to make a bag. I'd rather watch them.
Seems like Josh is a fan of the gladiators type spectacles, and some of us are just a little bit more civilized.
Bring in the gore.
I'm, I will say one last thing before we change subjects, but Logan Paul used to be a high school wrestler. Just saying. So
What he's gonna do?
Oh,
Grab,
God.
grab
That's
him.
not boxing.
I'm
gonna
just saying
hug Mayweather.
the physique speaks.
Jay is confirmed.
I mean, yeah.
Logan Pauler.
Yep.
No, fuck no, hell no.
Confirmed.
I'll-
He's
I'll-
already
I'll-
larger in general.
You said
He's just a
UFC,
larger-
I would be okay with the wrestling, but boxing,
I'm just saying.
me
I'm
too.
just saying the
I mean,
physique.
I'm just saying.
They
Jay,
are
what was
trained.
Jay, what was his
Rey
record? What was his
Mysterio right
record in
now.
high school? What was his record?
I don't fucking
13 point.
I don't fucking know.
We'll let you off the hook this time. But let's move on. We did not come up with a new word for our main topic. We were slacking on that.
Mhm.
We should have
We
had
had
something
time to.
but so and we did have time. We had 2 weeks to come up with something new. But our main topic of discussion tonight, E3. Right then. Let's oof. E3.
GTA 6 confirmed. Nah, let me stop.
No, it's
GTA 6.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, please drop that link. But
We're not seeing that in our lifetime.
no. My kids will enjoy GTA 5.
Word.
Oh yeah,
It's a great game.
But with E3, does anyone know the exact date?
yes.
everything-
June 12th to the 15th.
June 12th. All right, cool.
When the
Birthday
festivities start, baby.
Oh,
I'm gonna get drunk and
Nah.
watch these fucking
No,
streams.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that.
He's gonna
I'll
be
watch
sick
it,
for the
Fayless.
shot.
Friday.
so
oh, it starts at 12 Saturday.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Like every year, this is probably what do you guys consider? Like, it's kind of like, what do you think? It's the pinnacle of gaming news.
I would say
Like
so.
Yes.
year.
I think the next 2 to 3 months will be solid game news because we have not only E3, we have is it GDC in the fall?
Yeah.
GDC in the fall.
Is it Video
And
Game Awards coming up also? After?
Video Game Awards at the end of the year.
They do announce things there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I think
actually,
that's
I'm
the
not.
big three, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Video Games Awards because I feel like we all
I just watched
play
for the
a lot.
trailers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
honestly, I just wait.
yeah. I was gonna say because I feel like we play everything, so I feel like I don't know. I hate kind of being told what's a good game. Like we pretty much buy almost anything that's dropped.
And
Usually me and
it's
Josh make
always
bets.
easily predicted too. Like you already know what game is about to be game of the year
Yeah.
at the
Honestly.
beginning of the year.
And before
Honestly,
we,
me and
well,
Josh just make bets.
I was gonna say before we even jump into the E3, it's funny because it seems because I think or we can talk about it as we go. It seems like do you feel as the hype, like even right now, before we're even talking about what's going to be talked about, we're developing this sense of hype. Do you think that is toxic to gaming culture because you end up overhyping something that you might like? Have you guys have
There
a
goes.
game?
There
There goes
you
Brandon.
go. There you go.
Do you guys have an instance in which someone told you, "Oh, hey, buy this game," and then a week later, no one played it?
Yep, sounds
Yes.
like something I do habitually.
So
I can
it seems
name 3 games. 3.
Yeah, this year has been full of disappointments.
it
I'm
seems
just
like
talking
even
about
like
in
with the
general
E3,
lifetime.
like so we're getting hype for just the news of games, and it kind of perpetuates this expectation in which, like you said, where you're almost going to buy it off pure hype because they say it's going to be good because they show you this video of some cinematic quality, and you get Cyberpunk.
I'm dead. You see, the only thing I feel is that they should, it's as long as they back it up, you know, like don't give me a release date or coming soon or this fall, whatever year you thinking it's coming out. Just take your time, make it as you promised it to us, and then like we wouldn't have this trust issue of like, do we trust the hype? Do we just blah blah blah? Because then if you make it right, we're gonna buy it, even if like the hype's not really there either.
I appreciate transparency. Now this year has really taught me to temper my expectations on games. And I appreciate transparency and communication. A lot of these CD Projekt Red wasn't that transparent with their shit. They literally showed the same gameplay clip over and over again for 2 years before they dropped the game. Now things like Biomutant, they showed their gameplay, different gameplay every time, but you kind of knew what it was. Like I wasn't expecting a AAA title out of this. I didn't even expect a $60 game, to be honest. But with that being said, we didn't really get an E3 last year, so this kind of is riding off the hype that we haven't had stuff in so long because of COVID. They've had this whole this, I guess in our heads, they had this long amount of time to work on stuff. COVID basically gave them extra time to give us shinier games. At least that's what we hope.
Yeah. So do you think, especially with the games that are being announced and the videos that we're inevitably see for games that we're super hype about, do you think that they should almost be forced to show you actual gameplay and not just a clip of a game that's being made?
Yeah.
I don't
like,
think.
Do you think to submit your video to E3? So say I'm coming out with, even if they had like GTA 6 video, do you think they should, like, if they were like, hey, look, get excited, we have GTA 6 coming? Do you think to show that video they should also have at least like some gameplay?
If
I
they
think
don't
it
have,
depends.
yeah.
Wait,
Well, it
wait.
depends.
Hold on. When you say gameplay, do you mean like, oh, this is in engine footage?
Yeah.
In
Or-
engine footage, absolutely. Like no, in engine, like in-engine, like
Playing the
currently,
game.
like no cutscene, no
The
cutscene.
alpha build.
Yeah. Or even just like a
Okay.
beta of it. Just this is what we're like striving it. This is or like what I see, because even the more I even talk about it, the more it seems a little bit unrealistic because
My
it could
thing
be
is
unfinished.
because we all heard of the Anthem. I'm sorry to
Yes.
bring it up again, but how
Even
Anthem
Division.
faked their E3.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm thinking. Just like if it's in-engine footage, show at least something you would expect from an actual player to do.
Yes. So I think that should be like almost. Do you think that would diminish the news from E3 with all the games coming? Like if you had to submit when you submitted like your hype video or something that everyone's gonna be looking forward to in the next year or two, do you think that like if you had to have some concrete like you have to go almost with the prototype? Like like do you think that would affect, or do you think people would have more trust, that would you like build trust in these gaming companies? Do you think that's like a positive step going forward if they had like, oh, hey, here's in-game engine footage, like E3 is like almost holding these companies responsible. You cannot promote anything that you don't have any type of footage for, because essentially you're just showing us the trailer to a movie that hasn't even started to be made yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
No, I think they should have at least some solid something besides a trailer to give us that will make us trust the game, make us trust the developers. I believe in
I
that.
could already name a few games that did that last. I think last would be considered to be last year, honestly.
Oh yeah, we can name a bunch of people. What we're saying is if they can actually follow through with what they
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
then I mean, I feel like that would build more trust. Definitely. Like I don't care if you have your movie footage or whatever, but show me something that's in game that is like showing. Like if I was to be playing, I can expect myself to do the same exact thing if I was in that same situation, but obviously with different options,
Yeah.
variety.
Yeah.
But
I don't think that's that too much of an ask.
and I get it, like because you said it before, Rel. Like even if it's in beta and like something does change, but the core basics of the game that they're promising should kind of stay the same. Like UIs can change and whatnot, but whatever they're promising, stick to it, and I feel like it'll be good for them in the long run instead of all this.
Especially
lying.
if you saw what was going on, at least you could like. I feel like there's been times where like even or something like, and not that like this game tricked me, but even like I saw on Brandon's stream him doing Dead Cells. I didn't know Dead Cells was a 2D platformer. But like if you go just by based off like the hype video for it, because the hype video sold me, I wanted to play.
Yeah, it looked pretty lit.
And not that I don't want to play
cartoony
now
and
because
stuff.
it's a 2D. Like I've actually grown to like 2D platformers. It's just like I think sometimes when you're doing like there's a difference between a trail. I think even trailers should have gameplay. Why are you hiding what the game looks like? What is the mystery?
Makes you
I
think
shouldn't
it's
have you-
not done or like bad.
Yeah, if it's not done, like, and we get in this game 2 years down the line, then throw out your trailer. I don't care. I'm gonna forget about it in like a week or two.
Yeah.
You can waste the time. But if something's coming out like fairly soon, I need to see gameplay. I need to see them stat sheets. I need to know my specs I need to have on my console. I need to know what I gotta do
Yeah.
in this
That's
game.
important. Oof. Well, even so, now that we got that out of the way, like what we consider like our expectations to be, what do you got? What are you excited to see at E3?
Ooh. I'm
A
hoping
lot.
I'm hoping this Nintendo Direct honestly reveals. I've been hearing rumors of that Nintendo Switch Pro, baby.
Wait,
excited
to hear that.
Nintendo's your
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
thing you're
What?
excited for?
Just the Switch, not Nintendo. The Switch. Switch is my.
Or the
I love
Switch
the
Pro.
Switch.
So you're gonna get the Switch Pro. You're gonna throw out your old Switch.
Probably.
Yeah, depending on the specs, I'll get the Switch Pro. I'm actually excited for some games Nintendo might launch. Splatoon 3. I'm
I'm gonna
hyped
say
for
so.
that.
I did. I'm excited for Platoon 3. I'm excited for any like Metroid 3 or
Yeah.
4.
Metro
Any
Prime 4.
yeah,
Need
yeah.
that.
Any
Need
any
that.
news would be good news.
I'm
I think
hearing-
they said they're not going to do Breath of the Wild news.
That's okay.
That's
Did
tragic.
they?
Yeah, recently they said at E3 there wouldn't be any.
They can hold that.
Like,
on
they're-
that.
I was
might
hoping for a
surprise us.
gameplay trailer.
No, they said they're not gonna have like. I think they said don't expect any Breath of the Wild footage. Like they might talk about it, but there's gonna be no footage, no nothing.
Okay.
You know, I did see. I mean, this is not Nintendo at all, but that Ubisoft, because I saw like most of these things are not going to really. Well, I mean, they show what the each event's going to happen, but not. I'm sure there's secrets. So, but I saw for Ubisoft that they might actually start talking about that new Rainbow Six game, quarantine. Well, quote unquote quarantine. I'm excited for
I'm
that
actually
too.
hyped for that.
Yeah.
I heard they got a new Division game there in the works. Also,
what?
Heartland.
I have an issue with Ubisoft, but
Yeah, I do too. I'm not a big Ubisoft.
I love them, but the direction that they're heading into the free to play microtransactions. I've noticed that now they're gonna release free to play versions of each of their big titles and just slut them out with microtransactions.
Even like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Bunch of sleuths.
that's what the new Division is. It's a free to play. It's
Which makes sense, like the
standalone
Destiny route.
thing. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense, but we'll see if they can even get off on the right foot on when their new division, because they seem to struggle always like the first like 3-4 months.
yeah.
It's Ubisoft
They
though.
canceled
You know
for
what
a
they're
couple.
definitely announced? Another Just Dance.
We gotta do a Just Dance stream.
That'd be
God,
hilarious.
no.
I love Just
God
Dance.
no.
I
God.
think-
Jacob, all content's good
Oh,
content.
It's right there. You can literally see it.
I'm not
Yeah, I
against
can.
Just
Yeah, I can.
Dance.
If it's not online, we have to show a video of all of us just playing it.
Sounds like you're down.
another
now.
game that's rumored to get announced out there. Saints Row reboot.
What?
I did.
Oh,
I did
reboot.
hear
Wait,
that.
what? I
I'm playing
didn't
the
hear
original.
this. What?
Yeah, I did hear that.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
it's a
play the
rumor.
original one. I'll tell you that.
I'd be
Crazy.
very excited to if it's a
Hell
reboot. I'd be
yeah,
very excited.
Nothing was
Hey.
better than the first two
The
Saints
first,
Row.
Yes.
I like the third one a lot.
I
You
don't
like the
remember.
third one?
Yeah,
I
the-
liked
the
it,
third
but I
one's
feel
kinda
like it was.
crazy.
Yeah, that's where it got real crazy.
The third one just got real crazy.
You're in the Matrix.
What else is there?
Oh, I have stuff.
What
Oh,
about
I-
you, Jay? What are you excited for?
Besides Splatoon 3, I'm kind of excited to hear more if they even show it. Elden Ring, the next From
Ooh.
Software game.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about that.
Like,
If
I'm
y'all
I
haven't
don't-
seen those
I don't-
leaked
I didn't hear the
videos,
news, though.
more of that.
if y'all haven't seen those leaked gameplay, oh my god, you are in for it. If they drop something, they have to show all of that. I need
hope
more
so.
people
No,
to
no,
see that
I-
because that
I-
shit was beautiful.
Besides that leaked, I want them to show more. I want to see more.
Mhm.
Like, you think
Oh,
after all this time after that leaked trailer, they have to have some gameplay. I want to see that.
the leak trailer was all gameplay. I just want to see actual shit. Like I
Yeah,
want to
that's
see
what I
I
mean.
want to see an HD version of these leaked videos. Because honestly, seeing that, it's like they took Dark Souls, Sekiro, everything that they've made and put it into a single game. And that
Yeah.
shit it looked lit. It looked so lit.
Yes. And then
excited?
OD.
Yeah, I'm super
I'm
excited.
hard
And
for it.
then besides that, it would honestly be Dragon Age. Also, the next Dragon Age 4 that's supposed to be coming out. I at least want to see a little bit more. I don't care how much. I just want to see a little bit more of that.
Speaking of games like
Is
that,
that EA?
BioWare.
BioWare?
Matt-
Okay. I absolutely have lost complete trust in BioWare, so I don't
Now
care
I'm
what they put out.
50-50 with BioWare.
After-
They got me back with the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect.
Josh mostly mentioned Anthem.
but what about me and Rel? Me and you, Rel. I know Bethesda and Xbox, they recently just united, and I know they haven't had really any announcements or anything, so this is like their first actual big showcase. I hope they like reveal like Elder Scrolls or something.
You think? Oh, you think they'll have a new one or
They have
Just,
one in the making.
a new one in the making?
They do have a 6. They announced it like 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
actually super. I hope if there's any gameplay about that, because I've actually been dying. I just don't like. So I wanted to go back because I love I literally like Elder Scrolls, Fallout. I love stuff where I actually really want to get into Elder Scrolls. I'm not gonna lie. I played I used to play and then I stopped because I had it like on my 360 and I just never put it on my like Xbox One. And I can't. Oh my god! I always wanted to find an excuse like, yeah, well, maybe I'll just devote the next 230 hours to Elder Scrolls. So
The fact like
Hey,
Skyrim
get it
went
on
to
Steam.
everything.
We could do a multiplayer mod.
Uh-oh.
I hope Bethesda really pulls out Starfield.
Yes, yeah, I said that too earlier. I really
Starfield?
do. I feel like that
I
was going to be
haven't heard
announced more than like a new Elder Scrolls because
Most
Skyrim
likely.
is still taking over.
yeah, they're still
Yeah.
making money off that. Ooh, I mean, besides that, like, it's kind of, what am I looking forward to?
I
Is
would.
that-
I would
Like I
say
said,
this.
it
What
was a lot of
about-
Nintendo stuff for me personally. It was like you
Yeah,
said, it was
same.
more about like I really wanted to see any like I can't stress how much I want to see any like Metroid Prime gameplay because I'll probably I'm a big Metroid Prime fan, so that's probably what I was looking forward to. Like you said, hopefully I was hoping any. Well, I think in fact, so I know they kept saying there wouldn't be any Breath of the Wild 2, but I heard Twilight Sword. They're gonna have a bunch of for
Skyward
that.
Sword?
Or Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword.
I
They
got to
have
get
a
that.
bunch of. So I'm really excited for that. But as far as Xbox goes, I mean, I don't think there's anything on the horizon that I don't know about besides like the regular stuff that like we already saw like Dying Light 2 is already ready for this year. We had Far Cry, which I just downloaded the New Dawn, but I'm glad for any game, any footage from that. They already sold me on the backpacks, so
Yeah.
but other than that, I don't think Microsoft has anything crazy that I'm like.
I'm sure there'll
on
be
the
a
hunt.
surprise or
Xbox-
two.
Xbox has to really pull something out their ass. They have been slacking, and
I think they're going to bank a lot on like
PlayStation
the
has
new
been-
studio
I mean,
signings.
this is kind of like a
hope
worry
so.
right now. This is kind of like a worry of what Rob mentioned earlier, but it's like a worry for E3 is like, are you worried about if they announce anything new for Halo?
Why would I?
they are
be
going
worried.
to. They definitely.
Yeah, I know
have
they
news for
are.
that.
Yeah, I just don't. So besides like them pushing, like I don't know if like what you mean by like what would I be worried about? Like bad.
I mean,
like,
the last Halo event when they showed off gameplay and everything, it got negative reception. So
Yeah, I personally.
Wasn't it mostly because of the graphic?
Yeah,
mostly because of
yeah.
And the
graphic
gameplay looked kinda like-
itself.
'cause they're
So
almost
I'm just saying, it's like I'm kind of worried because it's like this is also another hit or miss for Halo.
Oh
if
yeah,
they
100%.
showed
So I
off
just
that.
understand. Okay, so I would be nervous that what they bring is still not what we want, and it's weird because not that I was like Halo's probably what got me into online gaming, but I don't think it's a staple of games that I need to play. So if this for some reason they really dropped the ball with their announcement, they showed crazy stuff. Cortana gets in a human body. Like I'm like, all right, well, I just don't need to play Halo. I don't think I'd be as disappointed as I think most people would be, but I think it would be more of a hit to Xbox that they for some reason don't have many exclusives, and it'd be more worrisome that they can't seem to get any functional exclusives out, and that will be my worry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Xbox really needs to pull something out their ass with this one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But-
PlayStation. I can name all the PlayStation games that they have to show. The
Oh, wait a minute.
exclusives, they're just way better. Final Fantasy 16. That game is hitting everything right for me.
I was gonna
And
say,
it's
yeah,
not
speak-
even.
wait,
I don't
wait,
even
wait,
play
speaking
Final
of
Fantasy
PlayStation-
like that.
Speaking
yeah,
of
well,
PlayStation,
Spider-Man.
Sony's
Spider-Man
not even gonna be
Ghost.
there.
yeah, Sony's not even going to be at
Oh,
E3,
Sony's not
so
gonna be there. Shit.
yeah, that's not even doesn't even matter. How,
Thank
how do you
God
guys
for
feel
that.
They're
about
gonna
that?
have their state of. They're gonna have their own state of play though.
So, and I watched. Remember, we watched it, but it wasn't State of Play earlier in the year. It wasn't like February. Didn't we?
Yeah,
we
but they
watched.
they
talked
might have-
more about Ratchet and Clank. They're not their upcoming games.
But you see, like even
they did
Nintendo
have
has
one about Ratchet.
directs, but
No,
like
wait, man, no, Ratchet and Clank, Shifu, and all that. They talked about all that
I'm
early.
hyped for Shifu.
I'm hyped for Shifu.
Shifu is lit. Yeah.
So, like in a way, the best thing for Sony could do, and I can see it, is after E3 they're gonna have like their own little week of, hey, here's some stuff for Sony exclusives.
How do you guys feel though about Sony being exclusionary to E3? Do you guys care, or do you think
I don't get it.
It saves them money.
Gucci.
Saves them
It
money.
saves them money.
Oh, so fuck the fans.
Because think about, well, for one thing, it's probably obviously going to be more online than offline. They're probably going to have a select few that's in a stadium.
So
But
it's exclusive.
it's just like, yeah, it's going to be exclusive. Like, all right, people can watch us online. We don't have to get a stadium. We don't have to get all this.
you
we don't have to
you
get
don't
all
think that exclusionary attitude is even harmful to us as gamers, where it promotes this like the which I never understood, this weird like console versus PC or superior console PC master race? You don't think that like Sony's almost playing into the hands of, instead of, because it seems like Microsoft and Nintendo are always buddy to the point where they were talking about rumors that the new Switch might even have Microsoft it'll have like the Xbox Companion, or like you'll have the Game Pass. It'll have Game Pass on it. So there's a possibility that they would allow Game Pass to be on the new Switch. So
yeah,
you don't think like that Sony's like being this exclusionary almost hurts all of us as gamers? It's not just the people. It doesn't just hurt the people who don't play, but hurts the people who also do. Where like something where they, because if everyone was always like, I feel like even something like the whole like Discord fiasco where Microsoft dropped the ball. Imagine if like everywhere, like all working together, and they're like, hey, look, we'll put Discord on all platforms so everyone can talk and have a third-party app to talk to their friends across.
It better stay that way.
Yeah, imagine, like you said, you didn't have to do game chat for Fortnite with your friends. No matter what system you're on, you could just hop in Discord or something like that. I think would be in Sony's best interests. And it seems weird that they're always like, this is what, the second time they've missed.
We lost Brandon again.
Yeah, this is what, the second time we like that Sony's not been a part, or is it the third?
Second. Because remember, last year they didn't even have an E3.
Yeah. So, well, why you think it's just a pure financial move, Jay, that they're just not involved in E3 anymore?
It's a financial move, and that they're also showing their ground, because I remember it was recent that Sony denied crossplay compatibility with Borderlands 3. Like, it's only still PC and Xbox. And for the longest, Gearbox has been trying to get Sony to play ball. Like, hey, come on. It's literally, they released all the DLC for Borderlands. Why not just have crossplay now? And it's Sony that's denying it, and they're getting backlash for it. But it's just like they're standing their ground. In the end, like, if all games start off crossplay, it's just like, yeah, one company is gonna end up losing profit.
Yeah, I can see that, because then it'd be like, well, it doesn't matter what I play. I'm gonna cop whatever I want. No one is be drawn to anything in specific. It would be chaos, honestly.
I see. I disagree. I'll take the opposite stance, because I feel like it almost promotes more money. The only thing that they have to do is have the dedicated cross servers. But if you're telling me that, like, I have friends that only play PlayStation, but if you're saying that me as my primary system is Xbox, I could play I don't have to worry about any new multiplayer game coming out, that no matter what, I got to play with my friends, we're more likely to buy it. My friends are more likely to buy Knockout City because it's crossplay than they are Destiny 2, which we would not want, or something like we would not. I would have to play on my PS5. Like, they're not gonna buy a game that doesn't do that. They'll only do that for games. Like I said, that's why I think even with Warzone, even though Warzone's free to play, it just makes sense. It's a game that it seems more in the company's interest, because someone would be willing to shell out that money to buy it, and think the in-game cosmetics. I'm sure they got to get a piece of it.
Yeah, no, I believe multiplayers should stay open to everybody.
The hell
But
keeps
single
happening?
player exclusive
No,
is
I
exclusives
don't
are
expect
fine.
single player games to be crossplay.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should be. They're fine to be exclusive to whatever.
Yeah.
But open it up. Open the multiplayers up to everyone.
Okay. I agree with that. Well, but that's
Especially
the
if
thing
it's
too.
free to play, it makes no sense. Like you guys should just. Make
I
it
would
free.
like if anything I want to see at E3, I would like to see Microsoft take more gambles with single player narratives that, or especially like console exclusives. It'd be nice to have something that utilized the controller a little bit more, almost like how like I've like for Returnal, where you have the haptic feedback on the. Not that I mean these controllers can't do that, but something to make it more like, oh, this is actually very cool. This is the reason why you get a Series X, and I don't know. That's what I want to see at E3. Something, just even if it's one title that's a single player Microsoft exclusive would be a breath of fresh air.
I think they're just a
Yeah.
lot busy with like getting into that PC side of things right now. Which I mean, I don't blame them. More fans and stuff. Because I don't know if you saw PS Sony, they put Uncharted it's soon coming to PC.
I saw.
It's like, what do you guys, why are you holding these games? Like, they should be only for, like, I guess, I don't know, time exclusive. I'm okay with that, man. You can hold it for your fan base for 1 or 2 years, get your content out for just PlayStation, have everyone get all the hours and buys on your shit, and then let the fans enjoy it. Who cares?
Yeah, especially as you said, after a couple years, once like people aren't rush buying PS5s anymore, you're not making a profit off like the Nathan Drake collector's edition PS5 exclusive. Like we can start moving on to opening up to everyone. Like I agree and disagree. Like I think like I don't know.
So keep some titles for you only.
Yeah, because I don't mind the Spider-Man being exclusive PS5. Like it doesn't bother me, but I also like have every system, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
But I like, so I see both. Like it definitely pissed me off when I didn't. So, but I couldn't imagine I could play Spider. But then I feel like if everything was for everything, I wouldn't need my PS5.
Yeah.
And that would kind of, so it made me validate. It validates the purchase of having one, and that's why I think
Okay.
those like because then if everything's for everything, you'll just get whatever, and then
Don't
it doesn't matter.
Just wait a couple of years.
You just gotta wait. But if I if I knew like all these extremely fun because I play a lot of single player narratives on PS5. Like if they had Uncharted or what's the one with Aloy,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like if they had that eventually come out, I wouldn't need my PS5 or like I just wouldn't have. I'd
It
probably
actually
sell
did
it.
come out on PC.
Yeah,
I'll buy it off you.
But yeah, I don't like even like going back to the whole start of it. Like, why? I don't understand why Sony's leaving. Because like even Nintendo, I'm sure they make money too and whatnot. But they're doing a direct at E3 and they don't even need to. So they could do this direct and everyone will still watch.
Yeah, true. A lot of people do watch.
People
But it's
fiend
just
for
like-
these directs.
This like E3 is always known to be the biggest and most craziest things they show off in any kind of game in history. So it's just like after a year of it being gone, a lot of people are expecting a lot of big things. Nintendo being the biggest thing because of the rumored console release. So I'm expecting a lot out of Nintendo than I am of Xbox and Bethesda.
True.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Lots to say. Lots of thoughts. Things went all over the place in this one. But that was great. I did enjoy that, talking about E3. I don't think we've ever had an actual discussion like this of E3, which was great. Like, it's great to pick everyone's brains and get to see how everyone felt about each thing, especially Sony not being there and how it was after a full year of being gone and at home for a pandemic. I'm sure everyone's gonna love going back to these social events. I know we're all want to, bro. I want to go to an E3. I definitely want to go to an E3 or some type of one of these events. But that's besides the point. Bling Gaming, we'll get a booth soon, right? TwitchCon.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do in San Diego.
All right, thanks, man. Is that why you're going? You're going for E3?
Yeah, just
This son of a bitch. But what else did we talk? Oh, talking about the vaccines and stuff like that. Pick some brains, you know, get whatever you have, thoughts and stuff, get them in the comments. Definitely hit that follow, hit the bell notification. What else is on there? What is it? Bell, follow,
Like,
subscribe,
comment,
like, comment,
subscribe.
subscribe, please, my friends. We would love to hear what you got to say, because you know, feedback is everything right now. That's what we need. I hope you enjoyed our lovely voices once again. We've been in a hiatus. We will be not gone. Well, we will be gone this coming weekend because we're celebrating this guy's B-Day, and this guy is gonna be on vacation in San Diego making big money moves, we hope. And Nomad's just gonna be doing things.
Hi.
Anyway, thank you again for stopping by. Definitely hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Thank Nomadic Gamer. Thank Adobo Poppy 14. Thank King Terrell 1. He's not King Terrell just yet. Soon. That clock is ticking. And of course, yours truly, Psychic Chino. My friends, stay groovy. Peace.